Hello and welcome. Let's look at the combination of pairs when we are looking at the lovers. So welcome back to my channel. My name's Anne-Marie and it's wonderful to have you here. The lovers and the Nine of Pentacles. What's the lovers card? It's a card of communication. It's also a card of choice. So the Nine of Pentacles is a card of a woman who is doing exactly as she pleases because she's earned the right to. And she has choices in how she makes her money. So she's a great communicator. She is able to express herself wholeheartedly, and she knows what she wants. She has proved in the past that she is quite capable of getting exactly what she wants and loving every minute of it. She's got perfect harmony and balance in her life. We are continuing our theme of our querent, which is the person that's having a reading, asking, what's going to happen in my career? How we'd answer that is, you've got a lot of choices, you're doing really well, it's been a position where you have walked the boards, you've had great success with this, it's working really well for you, and there's choices about how you choose to earn your money right now. And that could be a balance between bringing in something else, adding more to what they're doing, or taking some time for relaxation to enjoy the fruits of their hard-earned labours. This is someone that's got some choices about how they're going to spend their time and the money because they have already been successful. So now we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Well, the Eight of Pentacles is a card of carving out your own money. And would probably suggest that this person, with the lovers combined and the Eight of Pentacles here, that they have choices about how they make money. And they're probably a bit of an entrepreneur with many choices. They're good at making money. They're already doing it. They're probably looking at what their choices are, and they're looking at the problems and the challenges in the way in which they are carving out their future. The mountains in the middle of the lovers shows us some of the challenges. The Lover's card is a card of communication. It's also a card of choice, choosing how they earn their money and what enterprises they do. Eight of Pentacles is always a card of your own enterprises and your own skills. And sometimes people choose not to be self-employed. They choose to hold on to something where they do some work for themselves, and they've got some choices working with organizations or establishments, some part-time work, or they're on contract, or they work full-time for someone else, and carving out self-employment for themselves as well. But that could be more the Two of Pentacles. Let's take a look at that one. So on the screen now, I've got for you the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is all to do with choices about two different jobs. They may have two jobs. One of them, of course, could be full-time, and they are doing a sideline and working for themselves. So this could be somebody that works for the man full-time, for the organization, and does their own thing once they finish. That 9 to 5 position will assume Monday to Friday, or they have two part-time jobs which they are juggling, or they are in a position that they are doing their own venture at the weekends and working full-time during the weekdays. It's about choices, about how they earn their bread and butter in their livelihood. Don't mistake that Pentacles is just about money. It's all to do with what they have already manifested and achieved. So this is somebody that's already doing this, somebody that wants to, or is thinking about, or is working towards. This is something that's already happening. I brought a court card on for you, Queen of Wands. This is somebody that's very serious in their actions when it comes to matters of work. Remember, that's a question that we keep coming back to about what matters, and with the lovers, choices to do with our current asking about matters of work. Well, Queen of Wands is already in action and she's pretty serious, and the Queen of Wands is trusted, liked, respected, and her choices are that she is looking at others and she's expecting that other people make the choice to accept her for who she is. She's hardworking, she's skilled, she likes communicating with people who are on the same vibe as her. Communication comes from the Lover's card, which is related to the astrological association of Gemini. She can turn her hand into the logical side of things because we've got that male duality there that's going on with the Lovers. But being a court card, it's best if we feed the energy of the Lovers into the Queen of Wands. Slightly different when we've got a court card. And in this scenario, it's showing our Queen of Wands is very skilled at communication. She's very good at navigating problems because we can see the mountain in the background, gets things done in action. She takes things seriously. She's trusted in what she's doing. And she's very clear in her communication. The mountains in the background represent some of the challenges and the problems that may be faced. When we look at this, we can see that our Queen of Wands is quite serious in what she does. And she's probably good at getting other people to communicate and give them advice, what they can achieve if they put their minds to it. She's caring, pleasant, has a good ethic of work, a pleasant disposition, and she's walked the boards because Queen of Wands has got there through experience. Queen of Wands is very trusting. She leads by example. She will roll her sleeves up and get involved, but she's good at delegating to other people and communicating with them what kind of problems they may be challenged with. She's probably giving impartial advice and taking lead in work matters. So we've got the Lovers and the Ten of Wands. Here is a card of you have choices, and it's all about your actions. And it's saying you can choose to carry on and do everything yourself, or you can look at this and say, it's time to delegate to other people. Other people can take action and get things done in just the same way as you can. But they probably need some communication to give them some of the ideas of what it is that you've got in mind for them. Clear direction and asking for a helping hand. And if somebody's offering you a helping hand, it's your choice to take it. The Lovers is saying there's more choices available to you, even though you are feeling physically burnt out. You're exhausted at work. The choices that you've got are quite simple. You can't carry on carrying that load all alone. The end's in sight, and if we look at the Ten of Wands, we can see our figure walking towards what's looking like a town in the distance, which kind of shows that the end is in sight. But it's also telling us that you don't have to keep going on your own right now. There is help around. You've just got to communicate to others that you need that help. Or they've already communicated with you and you've probably been a little bit wrapped up in what you're doing and feeling so overwhelmed and physically shattered from your endeavours that you just felt that it's easier to soldier on rather than sit down and communicate your wants and your needs to someone else. But there are choices, and you don't have to do this alone. By the Lover's choice and the Ten of Wands as a pair, it's saying you have choices, very big choices. This is not just your burden, and there are different ways of doing things. Yes, actively this person has been given their all, and they are near completion. There is a feeling of, I'll just carry on and keep going. But it is actual physical burnout, tiredness, and you've lost your way. You're doing too many things for other people, especially if it's somebody that you like, because the Lovers is always about physical attraction to other people. And it doesn't have to be in love matters. You might really like and admire and respect somebody for their physical hard work. And you feel that you've got to do the same. We've got the Lovers and the Seven of Wands, which is showing that you are in a privileged position. And we're assuming this person is asking about work and their action at work. The Seven of Wands got a slightly different footing to everybody else. You're in a place of advantage. You need to communicate with other people. But a Seven of Wands is a card of saying that you need to play your cards very close to your chest. So in your communication, don't reveal everything. You are in a place of victory right now, and you are fighting off your attackers or your competition when it comes to matters of work. It's a choice now about looking at what you do next. And that can be quite lonely up there on your own. So one of the choices is to ask the cavalry to come in and help you a little bit, but don't reveal too much of your strategies. And this comes from the Lovers because it is linked to the astrological sign of Gemini, which is all about choices and communication and mountains that you need to overcome. You see the mountain there in the middle suggesting that there's a problem. You're in a great place right now, but how long can you stay there? And how long can you stand on your own in a place of advantage? Use those advantages very wisely and make sure that you are clear what you want, but don't reveal everything. And we've got the Lovers and the Three of Wands. So this is about choices and communication when it comes to third parties. So it looks here as if our person who's asking about work has a few choices, and it's to do with other people and other projects. And this may be about being creative with other people. So you're being asked to take part in something. But again, it would be a case of looking at creative flow. Could suggest that you could be working very closely with somebody because we've got the Two of Wands very close on the right-hand side. Or that you may be the one that's feeling a little bit like you're working on your own while everyone else is working as a team. So the choice here is, how do you create? How do you expand? And which choice would you want if it's presented to you? Do you want to work on your own and do your own thing with the help of others? Or would you like more help and you'd like someone else to be taking the lead to give you that direction? Either way, it's looking at, what can I achieve in my career? What will happen? What will happen if I invest my time, my energy, and my actions based on what I'm currently doing? And based on what I'm currently doing comes from the Three of Wands, because this person is in action now. They're actualizing it. So we've got a choice. We've got the Lovers, which is about choices. And it's also about looking at the obstacles and the challenges that lie ahead. We know that from the mountain in between the Lovers. And it's also about being able to see the clouds in the middle there? That's suggesting that there are things that are still a little bit hidden. Clouds hide things. It means we don't see everything. It's not a sneaky thing. It means we just don't have that clarity in our communication, or we don't have that clarity in our thinking. But the Three of Wands is something that's being actualized right now, and the opportunity to create with others. So we've got the Lovers and the Ace of Wands here. So choice of a brand new enterprise that's been actualized for you right now. All aces in tarot are gifts. The Ace of Wands is something that's actualizing. It's not something that you think, it's not something that you want, because that would be either the Ace of Swords in thinking or wanting, which would be the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles means it's already materialized or already manifested, shall we say. The Ace of Wands is an action being offered to you, and it's to do with how you communicate, how this enterprise can go for you. It can represent a job offer. the Ace of Wands can always be seen as the offer of a job, and seen as on question is about career. This is somebody that's going to be offered a new career opportunity. It may not be a brand new job. It may be a new opportunity in something they're already doing, of course. But no doubt there is a beginning for this person that is now in action. So the Cups, and we've got the Eight of Cups here. So the Lovers card telling us choices about emotional matters of walking away. And we are talking only about our question, which is work. So it's not romantic. You could be forgiven for thinking that, but it's not. There are emotional matters going on in this person's line that is to do with why they are going to walk away from something. So something that they really care about. It could be the relationship that's getting in the way of their career. It could be the career that's getting in the way of their relationship. We would need to know a little bit more about this person and to see what's going on, where this lands. We're saying this is in the self. So at the moment it's saying you've got a choice to walk away, and that could be from your relationship or from your place of work. As I say, you would really need to see the rest of the cards in the spread to be able to answer this categorically. But at least it lets you know that this person is thinking that they care about everything, but they must do their own thing and they must do what's best for them. And they know that it's going to be difficult, and they know that they may do this for a short period of time. How do we know that? Eight of Cups, I beg your pardon, is a card of walking away for a short period of time while you actually see where it takes you, and you may come back to this. And we know that because of that moon represented in the sky there, which represents in 28 days' time, because of the crescent moon and the full moon representing 28 days in a month, that we will feel that we have done what we need to do, and emotionally we'll know more at that point about what we want to do. So it's based upon going for it because you want to, and seeing how you feel a little later on. The Lovers and the Four of Cups in our person's reading, which is all to do with their career. They're really dissatisfied, and things that are being offered to them right now are not emotionally feeling as if it's going to make them feel any better. They need to decompress, take some time out. They're at a point of apathy. They've got choices, but they don't know what to do. And this isn't a time to make decisions based on where they're at. They just need to have a little bit of time out, away from everyone and everything, while they see how they feel. And although things are being offered to them, it's dissatisfaction. It's not hitting the nerve, as it were. And it's not their choice. They can see problems with this. They can see that it's not emotionally going to be fulfilling for them. The Lovers and the Page of Swords, frustrations. The Lovers is a card of communication and choices, and the Page of Swords is always about minor irritations and setbacks. Usually a good word for the Page of Swords is frustration, and it's because they are in their thoughts, they are stuck in a place where their thinking has not yet developed to take them to the next part of what is in store for them. Perhaps it's sparked by an idea, and it's to do with the fact that they do not feel qualified to be able to think beyond what they already know. They need more knowledge, they need more experience, they need more conversations with others, which could inspire them. But at the moment, that's not coming. Because the Page of Swords is also a card of feeling that you're the last to know, or that you are hearing things late, or that you are only hearing parts or bits of the story. So there's a problem with communication here, and we said this is to do with work. So there's a lot of frustration going on at the moment, and we need to look at the other cards to see how this matter is going to develop, and the other positions in the spread, the surrounding cards. Nine of Swords, the 11th hour, stress, sleepless nights. This person is worried about recent communications at work, and they do not know how it's been interpreted. Is it black or is it white, or is it somewhere in the middle? Are there problems? Have they been understood? They've got to try and get clarity here, and they're not getting clarity. They're not feeling the person has been clear with them, and we can see that with the clouds, we can see that with the mountains, and we feel that the communication, that there is a gap there, the mountains between them, they're poles apart. The Lovers is a card of communication, of course, but the Nine of Swords, it's swords, isn't it? So that's how we think, how we speak, and how we view reality. And what we've been shown here is communication is not on. There is something amiss here, and it's keeping this person in a stressful place, and they are dreading because they feel the fact that communication isn't going to get any better, whether it's them, whether it's the other person deliberately being difficult or obtuse, no matter. It just feels as if, gosh, I'm just not going to get a conclusion here. Our last pair for this recording is the Lovers and the Two of Swords. Now, this is a card on the right-hand side, the Two of Swords, about indecisiveness and really not knowing which way to turn. Based on their current thinking, they are not able to view the situation clearly. You can see that with the blindfold. They're not being heard, not being understood, and they feel that they are in a place where this is a struggle. The Two of Swords in this case, they really do need to take off that blindfold and call a truce with themselves and demand some kind of clear communication from the other party, and to be crystal clear with the other party themselves. Got to choose one. One way is going to take you through one door, and the other decision will take you through the other. This is a indecisive time. Make a choice and a decision based upon your current thinking and how you think and view reality based on another party. And we know that there is another party involved here because we've got the Lovers, which is about two people. It could also be a third party, which is what the mountain can represent here. This could be very complex. So it's a time of great indecision in this pair. In the meantime, go and look at the courses. They're all on there for you to look at on my website, tarotwithanne-marie.com. From me, Anne-Marie, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hey.